right, Scorpio and Ophiuchus, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is going to be for the 28th of December through the 3rd of January. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to this type of astrology, do check the description down below because your sign might be different. All right, so this week we have, it's an important week for you guys actually because we have Mercury squaring up to Mars, which is your ruler pretty much all week long. This is because Mercury is slowing down. He's going to go retrograde next week. So there's this sort of pause and slowing down energy for all of us in general, specifically for you, though, involving that second house of your values. It's a good week to reflect on that. Your material, financial aspects of life. I think there's been a lot of focus in here anyways, which is the sun. But with the square up to Mercury, it does require that extra patience, hard work perhaps, and it can be a very constructive week of implementing that, the material or just generally reflecting on your values this week because of the square. And in that way, it can be, very grounding, very constructive. And, in the long term, you could see some, of these next coming weeks with this slowing down of Mercury, some fruition from maybe some of this hard work regarding that area. Now, this is also involving a couple different areas, though. Mercury does rule your 8th and your 11th. So also that extra attention with the community stuff, maybe with friends or organizations that you're a part of, as well as really connecting to what's really meaningful to you in life with Mercury ruling that 8th as well. Now, this is all coming from your ruler Mars in your 11th house here. So I think there has been a lot of motivation and drive to maybe connect with friends lately or get something involved with organizations or groups, or maybe even your ideals have been quite heightened with the Mars in the 11th house. So again, a good week for actualizing a lot of this through that patient hard work of the square, and bringing that extra tension can go a long ways with that. It's also your 6th house too, by the way. Mars rules your 6th house of Aries. So maybe with the routine, health, diet, good week of working hard with that also. Now to kind of lighten that up, and it's actually quite nice, is we have the sun sextiling up to Neptune. That same time it goes exact this early part of the week. So there is this easygoingness about it, especially with the financial material stuff. Maybe there's this easygoingness in terms of you have that faith and trust, maybe quite easy in that regards, or could be quite enjoyable. Maybe there's a good meal, relaxation, things like that. And that really does lighten up the mix with more of that harsher square energy. And that's really from maybe home and family matters. Always been this, easygoingness, sometimes depending on how Neptune's aspected in regards to home, family, past roots. Of course, there is that challenging square up to Saturn, which is about grounding it in the big picture and going into 2016, but this early part of the week probably quite easygoing and compassionate around home and family stuff, as well as maybe with your values in general. So that's pretty much the week in a nutshell. Venus going into your 1st, and then your ruler squaring up to Mercury. Do keep that extra tension in the correspondence and all that stuff naturally with any square up to Mercury from a ruler. Communications and things like that might require that extra attention there. Now, I also want to mention, too, the lunar cycle this week, because I feel like the lunar aspects, which I'll cover in the dailies, are going to be more of a forefront for a lot of the week. And so this is all involving this whole lunar cycle of you, especially for you Ophiuchuses, because the last new moon happened in your 1st house here of Ophiuchus. So there's a lot of this continuing with maybe your goals, your ambitions, your drives, which again, you can enjoy quite a bit, assuming that healthy responsibility there with Saturn. And it's the 3rd quarter phase. So again, constructive in the squaring between the sun and the moon here. Now, it's also involving maybe some awareness you had last week during Christmas on Friday with the 8th house in terms of what's really meaningful to you in life. So also implementing those things as well. All right, Scorpio and Ophiuchus, well, I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all next week. Take care.